Alright, let's face this east. First and foremost, I like to give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elder apostle GMS who rule well. Salute you brothers pushing his word, and truth is sincerity in the strength of power YAHAWASHI. And shalom to you brothers and sisters born to trust spirit in power YAHAWASHI. Shalom to you too, right? I'm out here to prophesy the downfall of the wicked destructive kingdom known as Babylon the Great, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Rome, all those ancient empires, all of them one controlled by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil, that the Bible speaks of. I'm out here to gather the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of Negroites and other Native Americans. And out of the elect of the nation of Israel, those are the only ones that don't repent and come back and serve YAHAWASHI and truth and sincerity, right? Now, you see what's going on concerning the news, right? How Israel and Donald Trump, you know, the American government, these Edomites, are still after Iran, right? Now, how I look at these Edomites that's in the ruling class, you know, concerning the government and all that, what they doing is lying to the people to where they can't lie to the people no more, right? So they're going to constantly lie to you till they can't lie no more. And they're going to go, you know, into full-scale World War III to where they are going to be dropping nukes, right? And they are going to put troops on the ground concerning that far east over there. They are going to put, I'm talking about massive military troops where they're going to need a draft. So that's going to happen, man, according to prophecy. And also, I got something to show y'all again concerning on my phone. Let's see here. Let's see if I can grab it. Now, to show you, this is July through the 18th. I'm going to just show you. July through the 18th. I mean, July 17th through the 18th, right? So you see the dates on there, right? Let me see if you can see the date. You see the dates on there, right? You know, let me go back. You see the dates on there, right? Just so you don't say, well, that's the same date. No, you see the dates on there, right? Show you again. See the dates on there, right? Now, this is another chariot, right? Let me see. Let me see if I can landscape it. This is July.
Once again, they were the chariot. Now I'm still watching.
This is July 17th through the 18th, right?
Keep looking up into the
There's
sky.
another chariot. Right? Let me play it again.
Once again, they were the chariot. YAHAWASHI still watching.
There you go.
Shalom, your brother stay strong. Keep looking up into the sky.
There's another chariot. See, it's doing this thing, right? So, I showed you, you know, concerning another chariot. Now that was July 17th through the 18th. What's today's date? Now I could have showed you more, you know. They was out there more than one day this week, you know, but today's date is Sunday, July 19th, 2026. So I could have showed you more, but I just decided to take that one, you know, so I will have evidence that, hey, it's still out there this week. You know, the chair's still out there this week. And I have seen more of them at one time, okay? So, high power energy hovering around. And like I said before in other videos, that energy, you know, that high power energy, you can't buy it and it's not for sale. You know, that's the Heavenly Father and His Son ordained those things to happen. Now you can think I'm bluffing, or you can go to Google and type in Google Lens. You know, it's up to the Heavenly Father and His Son to show you what that is. You know, they can blind y'all, they can blind you, okay, to where you won't even understand what that is. But I'm telling you through the Spirit, Google Lens can't help you, man. This is a divine power, you know, situation that's going on. Heavenly Father and His Son is outside of Esau's technology. They outside of it, man. They do what they want to do. There's no boundaries with them, man. Esau got boundaries, man. So I'm telling you, to the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, them chairs are still out there. They was out there this week, and they was out there last week, and they been out there, man. And it ain't gonna stop. And it's the Heavenly Father and His Son that's making me show you those things. Now, you might get other people out there that say, well, I see chairs like you, brother, okay? They might say that. Well, show the video. And if you're bluffing, playing with the Most High and His Son, okay, they sure know how to kill you, playing with them like that, okay, and lying to Jake like that, okay? So if you got footage, not no screenshot, if you got footage of the chairs hovering around, you should put it up and show Jake to lift up, hopefully let spirits while they're in this place, man. Because this place is wicked, man, and Jake is worn down, man. And seeing things like that give Jake hope, okay? So, all up on the comment board saying you know, you seen this and you seen that, show the video, man. Or else, people gonna think you lying and making it up. And the Heavenly Father and His Son, like I said, they sure know how to kill you playing with them, okay? Lying on them. So, that's that. And everything that's going on is ordained and divine, you know, is ordained and divine by YAHAWASHI. I ain't do that. They doing that. And I'd rather be known in the heavens concerning YAHAWASHI than being known amongst these people, having a crowd of people around me. I'd rather be known in the heavens with YAHAWASHI because man, they fail, okay? They lose. YAHAWASHI don't lose. So I'd rather be known by them in the heavens, okay? Having a good report with them in the heavens, you know? So let's go to Baruch. Let's go to Baruch chapter 4, verse 30. It says, Baruch chapter 4, verse 30. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem. It's a people before some place. For he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Right? Verse 31. Miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoice at thy fall. Now, in the ancient world, it was talking about the Babylonians and the Edomites. Alright? The ancient Babylonians and the Edomites. Today, it's talking about these Edomites and these other nations. But they were rejoicing when we fail. You know, Psalm 83, we got enemies, okay? Psalm 83, we got enemies. But they were rejoicing when we failed as a nation of people, and they still rejoicing because we're in their possession, okay? We're in captivity up under them. If ain't nobody told you, we are prisoners of war, okay? As a nation of people amongst the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And that's what I'm talking about. We are prisoners of war, okay? The Israelites. It says, verse 30 again, take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Verse 31, miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoice at thy fall, because it's going to come on them. Okay? Payback. Going to come on them. It says, because we are in captivity up under them. When you look at the history of all the ruling nations back then in the history, in the ancient world, anytime Israel was in captivity up under them, right? Those nations were destroyed. Look at the history. Anytime the Israelites was in captivity up under the nation ended up being destroyed. They're no longer ruling in 2026. It's Esau-Edom time to be completely destroyed. So-called white men. Okay? It says, verse 31, miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoice at thy fall. Verse 32, miserable are the cities which thy children serve. See that? Miserable, because it's going to come on them. Alright? Destruction going to come on them. Miserable is she that received thy son out in captivity. Slavery. Okay? Verse 31, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. Because it's going to happen to them. We was brought down as a nation of people because of our sin for punishment. These nations are going to be brought down and they ain't going to rule ever again. So-called white man, the last heathen of these nations to rule, he the last one to rule amongst these heathen nations. This is it. After this right here, these heathen nations ain't going to never rule again. And we ain't going to never be in captivity up under these heathen nations. Okay? Ever again. It's over with. This is it. It says, verse 34, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and for her pride shall be turned into mourning, because the nations rejoice at our fall. All that's going to be taken away. Okay? Verse 35, for fire shall come down, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. Meaning, them spirits that's going to be over here, right? Them demonic spirits, after America get destroyed, that's going to be over here, is basically like this land going to be haunted. Okay? This is going to be a haunted land, so to speak, because them spirits going to be over here after the destruction. Right? This is verse 36. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh upon thee from the power. Verse 37. Lo, thy sons come whom thou sittest away, they come greater together from the east, they come gathered together from the east and to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of power. And that's what it is. Israel is being gathered by the word of YAHAWASHI. And when they hear what's to come concerning the future, the hopefully elect, they rejoice, man. Even though they're catching hell right now and dealing with anxiety, man. Okay? And dealing with different diseases on this side. When they hear salvation is coming, they rejoice, man. Okay? They rejoice at the words of YAHAWASHI, and they're being gathered back to YAHAWASHI. Okay? So let's go to Isaiah. This Isaiah. See, let's go to Isaiah chapter 13 and see what we can get out of this. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19, right? It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldean excellency, shall be as when the power overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what it's going to be. Fire going to rain down on this land from the heavens. And it's going to come by thermonuclear bomb from these nations who got them. Alright? And the chariots going to come. Right? And the chariots of YAHAWASHI. And who the word is called Jesus, YAHAWASHI going to come in the Father warship to deliver his people, the hopefully elect of the nation of Israel, and destroy these nations and wipe out the rulership of Esau, Edom, as a nation of people. It says, verse 20, and it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in form. So like it says, this is verse 20. It says, Isaiah 13 and 20, and it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall their Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. So these Arabs, they got these stores over there to make money. And in Jake neighborhoods, okay, the Israelite neighborhood, that's gonna be over with. Okay? America gonna be completely destroyed. Okay? That's the future. It's gonna be completely destroyed. And we rejoice at that because it has given the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, while we've been in this captivity, straight hell, man. This is hell that we're in. Okay? Paying bills, that's hell, man. Having disease and not living forever, that's hell, man. That's a damn curse, man. Okay? Having nations ruling over us and our women unruly, that's hell, man. Okay? Our children is dying left and right, that's hell, man. And having a Edomite, the lowest of all humanity, ruling over us. The lowest nation of all humanity ruling over us. Man, that's hell, man, which hate us. Verse 21, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be filled with doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and centaurs, that represent them spirits, demonic spirits, okay? So, like I was saying, according to this prophecy, this land gonna have creatures over here, and this land gonna be hunted, shall dance there. Verse 22, and the wild beasts of the isles shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons, those the jackals, in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So soon the destruction is going to come upon Babylon the Great, ruled by Esau, Edom. Okay? Soon the destruction is going to come. Right? So let's jump to 34, Isaiah chapter 34. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 9. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch. This is like black tar with fire set to it. It's constantly burning. Okay? That's the way America's going to be when it gets hit. Okay? With thermonuclear bombs. Okay? And the dust thereof, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become a burning pit. Yeah, it's like you putting black tar in a pit and setting it on fire, man. So that's the way America's gonna be. It's gonna be a black spot on the map, but on fire. Okay? Verse 10. It says, it shall not be quenched night nor day, the smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation, and it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. This is verse 11. But the hornet and the bittern shall possess it. Those are birds, right? And the owl also, and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon the line of confusion and the stone of emptiness. So you ain't gonna be able to see what Arkansas is, you ain't gonna be able to see what Memphis is, you ain't gonna be able to see what Florida is, you ain't gonna be able to see what Chicago is. This whole place is gonna be a line of confusion because it's gonna be a desert, and you're not gonna be able to point on the map, okay, that's what Arkansas was, that's what Chicago was, that's what Florida was, that's what Memphis was. that ain't gonna exist no more. It's gonna be a desert over here. Okay? That's what it's gonna be. Alright, carrying on. And they shall call the nobles thereof of the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all her princes shall be nothing. So ain't gonna be no rulers over here to be a president, none of that. Okay? No, this place gonna be emptied out concerning people and Esau Edom rulership. Okay? They gonna disappear. These Edomites on this land, they gonna disappear. Okay? In that fire. And thorns shall come up in her palaces. Nettles and Barambes, Barambes in the fortress thereof, and it shall be an inhabitant of dragons and a court for owls. Dragons don't represent jackals, okay? And like I said, this place gonna be haunted, man. America's gonna be haunted. And Brimbos is buried, okay? That's what Brimbos is. It says, verse 14, the wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the owls, and the setar shall cry to her fellow, because it's going to be haunted, these demons over here. And the scorched owl also shall rest there and find for herself a place of rest. So it's going to be desert animals and spirits over here to where this land is going to be haunted. Nobody's going to dwell in America no more. Okay? And like I said, according to prophecy, the Heavenly Father is going to bring confusion on this place to where when he hit it, you're not going to know what Arkansas is. You're not going to know what Chicago is. You're not going to know what Florida is. You're not going to know what Memphis was. None of that. It's going to be over with. Okay? It says, verse 15, there shall the great owl make her nest and lay and hitch and hatch and gather under her shadow. There shall the vulture also be gathered, every one with her mate. That's it. Okay? So the animals over here, they're gonna reproduce, but this land is not gonna be inhabited by mankind. That's the future of America. Okay? And these scriptures constantly give you warning in different chapters concerning the future of Babylon the Great. Okay? Which is America. Right? So let's jump to